Hello and welcome. Today, yes, by the title, we are driving to LEGOLAND Windsor. So this video is literally me driving for the last 15-20 minutes or so from the motorway to the back roads and then all the way up the entrance, past the hotel and then into the car park. So you get to see everything regarding how you actually get there for the final part of this journey. It has been requested, so if there is more of these videos that you'd like to see with regards to sort of like the airplane travel and all that side of stuff, then just let us know in the comments below. So I will now do my best for the next 15 minutes or so to talk about something rather than car spotting and the traffic. But we'll see how this one goes. I was going to leave this and just go silent, but I've been told that I can't let that go silent. Mr. J Toy Collections UK, thank you very much. So this does need a full voiceover apparently, just for his entertainment and his entertainment alone. So I did say that what we will do is this video obviously finishes us driving up to the actual Lego park as well. So it does mean that we will see the entrance and everything in the hotel, which will be on the left hand side, the car park that will be on the right hand side, and then we'll go through all the way up the sort of the big sort of slope. It spells out what it spells out, which we'll see towards the end of the video, and then we will pull up and park up. So there are plenty of different bits and pieces to come with regards to that. Now, what is also still available and will be coming and available, shall I say, is everything that's going to be uploaded in the LEGOLAND Windsor 2022 playlist. So ideally, the plan is that there's going to be all the videos uploaded over the summer. Then I'm going to get back either for Halloween or the Christmas theming, so we can see how the park changes. Now, I know with the Halloween, the actual theming just changes, but they keep the whole park open. For the Christmas side of stuff, what they do is they actually close certain parts of the park off, and then they open up a load of build tents. So I didn't manage to get there last year, but I am trying my best and thinking about the best time to go for this year in 2022. Now, sticking on the theme of going to different places, the plan of attack also is to try and get over to LEGOLAND Windsor for either Christmas, Halloween or both, just because they're the two local parks to me. Now, obviously, to try and make it slightly different, over the Halloween period, I also want to try and get to Legoland Germany, which will be a big ask to try and do all of those and try and get it all filmed and everything else, but we will try and do what we can do. So that's the things that are to come. The stuff that have already been filmed this year, we've got a lot of videos available for the Legoland Windsor 2022. Within that, there's also a separate playlist for House of the Brick, or Home of the Brick, shall I say, where there are multiple videos over from last year and this year as well. And then if you go into the accommodation / how to get around playlist, that is accommodation from all the different places that I've stayed at and different ways to get to the different bits and pieces. So this will be in that playlist, as well as the Legoland. For this video will be in that playlist along with the Legoland 2022. But in the how to get around, there'll be me walking around Billund, showing you the different ways to get to the actual park or to get to the house, all the different accommodations that I've stayed at within that area, and also Dubai, because I managed to do Dubai at the start of this year, and I've managed to go to Legoland Dubai obviously, but where Legoland Dubai is located, there are also multiple theme parks beside it. So not only do you have Legoland Dubai, you also have the Legoland Water Park, which I was very lucky to go to, and I did manage to get a short and sweet video of basically all the rides, which you obviously can't film on that. And then beside it, on the one side you have Motion Gate, and then on the other side you have Bollywood. Now within the Motion Gate Park, that's where you have all the different licenses with regards to DreamWorks, Lionsgate and everything else. So all of that is in its own separate playlist as well. So if you want more of the sort of more theme park based, sort of more quicker stuff, go head over to the Dubai playlist, because there's obviously, like I said, the much bigger rides, like the new John Wick's available and everything else like that. Or if you are thinking of just booking a trip over there, everything's covered. So I've got the accommodation, where I stayed, how easy it is to walk from where I stayed to over to the parks and everything like that. But like I said, they're all up. There's no more of those to come, so there's no more Legoland Dubai videos, shall I say, to come. But still to come, like I said, we've got, hopefully for the remainder of the year, there'll be Legoland Windsor videos being uploaded, Legoland Germany videos to be uploaded, and also Legoland Billund. So fingers crossed, we've got at least 3 more. And then the plan of attack for next year is either to try and get over to the States and try and get some of those theme parks filmed, like the Legolands over there, or go further afield the opposite way to the new one that's just opened up in North Korea, and then try and do Japan with that one, and then do Malaysia separately at its own time. But what I would like to know from all of you guys is that, do you find it useful if you were to say book there, also other things there are to do locally around. A bit like how I've done with the Billing playlist, because what I've done with that, like I said, I also go walking around, show you where all the other bits and pieces are, and also with regards to where you can save, and we walk through the parks and everything. I have feedback from people saying it's really useful and they find it really easy to find the Lego house. But would you like me to try and do that for the other parks further afield in a different country? So if I, for example, like I did with Dubai, I filmed where I was walking to and from, but I've not even yet to start to look at with regards to North Korea or anything like that. But would you like me basically to film the whole process? So from the booking process, then the travel, and then the whole flight, the journey, getting to the accommodation, film the accommodation, then the accommodation to the park, and so on and so forth. Do you want to see the whole process of that, or do you just much prefer seeing just the park and then that's it? So just let us know, because obviously I will then know how many batteries to take with me, more memory cards. It's always nice to know who likes to watch what, basically. Right, so as you can see, we are still on a road. We still have another 11-ish minutes to go, but we do get off the motorway soon, so luckily the traffic wasn't too bad. So we were okay. There's only a couple more junctions, then we'll fork off, and then the roads then start to get nice and narrow. Now weirdly, every single time I type the address into the Google Maps, it always takes me a different way. I don't think I've ever gone the same way twice in a row. So sometimes it would take you round, it would take you past the horse racing track, sometimes it takes you the other way. So when we approach the roundabout to come into Legoland this time, the Legoland will be on our right hand side, but the last couple of times Legoland's been on our left hand side. But every time I've come that way, it's taken me a different way in. So there are multiple ways, routes and roads that you can take, so it's always worth using either whatever you use for your live map updates, so it always take you the quickest way. Because like I said, I've never come two ways in a row at the same time, and this Google Maps must have taken me junction 6, take the A355 exit to Slough Central, maybe 5, maybe 6 different ways. So as you can hear, that's just the sat nav talking to me in the background. So it's all hands free, and then it's just set the GoPro up on the dashboard, so nothing's been touched. So it's a nice easy setup. So hopefully it's coming out clearly enough and you guys can see it nice and easy, and it's not bouncing around too much, and it's nice and smooth. So you know, I think the camera does a trick setup where I've got it. In a quarter of a mile at the roundabout, take the third exit onto A355. So this road gets a little bit busier now, so it's one of those, if you do miss the turning, you end up going around the roundabout about 5 or 6 different times. But it is what it is, don't worry. Luckily I didn't go the wrong way, and it made me look like an absolute genius getting there without going wrong. However, multiple times I end up missing turnings and going off at the wrong one, and then it just adds on an extra 5 minutes. But like I said, there's so many different ways into Legoland Windsor, it doesn't really matter, because it just takes you the shortest way possible, obviously. So it's easy enough. Just basically pay attention to your Google Maps or Apple Maps or whatever it is you use, and then you should get there absolutely no problem. But luckily today it was a really nice drive, like I said, and the fact that you can keep going lots of different ways when you get close to the park, it does keep it sort of nice and easy. It's quite surprising with regards to, like I said, that you've got this time we'll have the theme park on our right hand side, but normally when I come it's on the left hand side, and I don't think I have actually come to this park twice in a row the same way. But I would be interesting to, if you actually stopped and had a look at how many different routes and ways you can get off depending on what junction you get off at. But I'm not bored enough to do that, so I'll let somebody else in the comments below let me know if you're very good at geography. But I know I've got time to fill, but I'm not going to get my Google Maps out and start counting all the different ways. So as we come around and start getting a little bit closer to Legoland Windsor, what is new for 2022? Because obviously we are in the 2022 playlist. So the newest thing that they have added in for 2022 is in the Mythica section. So what they've done is they have added in a new walkthrough attraction, which I'm really hoping that they will start to do more and more of at Legoland Windsor and across all the other theme parks as well, obviously the Lego parks as well, because I think it's something that was really good that they did have with the Star Wars attraction. It might not have been everybody's cup of tea for the theme, but then it was just somewhere to get away. You could spend ages looking at that and taking photos of it, and I would have loved to have been able to have filmed it properly before it then closed down. So they have potentially that space that they could actually do something with, which I'd really like to see them do something with, even if it's just like a art gallery, like their Legoland gallery, like they've done at Legoland Billund. So talking of Legoland Gallery, that is the new thing that has opened up at Legoland Billund, along with a new Duplo build section. They've also opened up 2 sort of water raft sections as well. I think there's 8 new attractions, I think, that they've opened up with regards to either places where you can build, or they've got little bits and pieces to do, or it's more sort of amusement parky related. So there's lots of different bits and pieces that they've done. Now going back to Windsor, they've also, for building area they have opened up the new brick. So it's the big brick where you just go in, and it's just beside the, it's just off the mini land, just down by the Duplo area. That video is already live in the
first exit onto Imperial Road B3173.
That's already available in the Windsor 2022 playlist, and then from there it's just easy enough to find with regards to getting back out again and getting yourself around the park. So it's not too bad for that one. But that is the 2 new main things that have actually opened up at Legoland Windsor, and then they've actually opened up quite a few more build attractions at Billund, because they've opened up a reef, and they've opened up all down Brick Street. Basically, they've opened up a couple of new bits and pieces where you can go in through the doors, and there's lots of different bits where you can get out of the sun or out of the rain, and then you can just see exactly what's going on. But like I did say, I will keep stopping and pausing when the sat nav starts speaking, so you guys can figure out exactly where we are with regards to everything. So I'll just go quiet for a second. I'm sure she's going to get angry with me because I'll probably end up missing some sort of turning or something.
Exit the roundabout onto Imperial Road.
See, she left that one late, didn't she? So I could have gone straight on then. That was a lucky dip on that one. I'm glad I did actually end up going the right way. But I'm sure you can go straight line, because you can see the sign there, look, for Legoland underneath the A308. So you can actually go that way and follow the signs to Legoland all the way around the other way, and it takes you a completely different way. But for whatever reason, we went this way instead. So if you've not been this way, you can join me for the last couple of minutes as we drive around. There we go, half a mile, then she'll start shouting at me again. So they are opening up more and more build places, which is really, really nice across the parks. If you are from a different theme park, so anybody from watching this from the States, if you are still watching this after 12 minutes, then please let everybody know in the comments below what has opened up that is new for you. Because I know Legoland New York, you've just, as of like the last 2 days of me actually doing this voiceover, have just opened up a huge pirate shores area, and you're starting to open up all the ride, and all your fascia and everything's starting to come off, and that's looking absolutely fantastic. And Legoland Florida, it looks like you've also put a new pirate ride in round by your Cypress Gardens. So that would be very interesting when I go back, just to see exactly where the entrance is to that, because I've walked around Cypress. Because I walked around Cypress Gardens for ages, and you could just sit there, and there's some real big history with regards to Legoland Florida. So if you don't know anything about it, that will come in a completely different video, and I'm really, really looking forward to getting over to Legoland Florida and just sharing with you the importance of that park, only because of basically what it then started and what it created. So it's got some very good history, that park, and I'm glad that Legoland have actually carried on with the gardens and everything else. And the square footage of that park is absolutely enormous, and they do have lots of different rides, because they actually ended up taking over a different theme for a different theme park that was there. And then all they've done is that they've just put different fascia on some of the rides as well. So they've got like a double tier horse ride roundabout, merry-go-round, that's what I'm talking about. So they've got a horse merry-go-round, but it's a twin tier one, and they've got some other different bits and pieces as well where they've just rethemed it. So if you have been to Legoland Florida, let us know what your thoughts are and what you think, and obviously let us know if you've gone there on a holiday or if you are a local, because I am really, really looking forward to getting over to those parks and just seeing everything that is over there, because I think they do vary quite a bit with regards to the types of rides and the theming. I do believe it might be Malaysia that their Legoland log flume is complete dinosaur themed. So it's called a dino ride, I think, and it's got loads of dinosaurs going around. So you've got all the T-Rexes and all the eggs and everything like that. Now that's something that Windsor did have, and now they seem to have made a little bit more of it, because they put the dinosaurs between Mythica and the hotels. But this time, what they've done for this start of this year, they cut all the grass down, and they put a load of plaques and plinths.
Take the second exit onto Legoland Drive.
a load of plaques and plinths looking for all the different dinosaurs and everything that were there. So that's always I thought that was a really nice touch. So I would just like to see more models added into all the parks, really, because I'm greedy that way, and I've said it in a lot of videos. I always like to see the effort that's involved with regards to the amount of bricks and everything that is used, and just everything like that. So I just think it's just a really nice touch. But you can see how easy that was because we are here. So you can see that it's on the floor. Legos turn it right round the roundabout. So normally I come from the other way and then come in.
You have arrived.
So that's it. We're here and we are done. So that's as simple and as easy as that. So as we come up and drive up, you will have the hotel to the left and the parking to the right for the hotel. So if you are staying at the hotel, you do not need to do the drive that I'm about to do now. I'm going to drive all the way up into the actual main car park, not the hotel car park. So this little roundabout just here, you will then fork off right and go into a nice big car park on the right hand side. And for some reason there's loads and loads of cars and taxis on the left hand side, obviously must be picking people up to take them to back to the airports and everything like that. Now as we come up and round, we've now got to start spotting all of the Lego models. There's one just to the left there, you've got a policeman, you've got some wildlife animals on the little roundabout there, there's another one to the left in the trees, you've got all the big bricks where it gives you the signs and tells you everything to go. So there's a lot to look at and a lot to see as we come up, but we are actually now, funny enough, starting to run out of time. So guys, if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that would be absolutely fantastic. Let us know what you think of this journey. Let us know if you would like more of the travel-y type ones, probably more from airport based, and obviously on the buses and the coaches and things like that, to how you get to the entrances and the parks, or how you get them from the hotels, because it's nice and easy for me to actually film them and I can easily just do the voiceover. But as you see, we're coming up and it's starting to spell things out. So you had a couple of letters on the left and on the right. Each letter has a completely different theme with regards to the characters that are holding them as well. And then as we get up to the top, it actually then re-spells out exactly what it says. So if you can guess what it is, write it down in the comments before we get to the top. But you can see all the bits on the left hand side. It says, are you ready for the magic of, and then it says Mythica. So that's obviously them promoting the new area that I was talking about. That area and the Mythica area and every area of this park will be still to be uploaded, or will already be uploaded within the Legoland Windsor 2022 playlist. So that had actually spelt welcome backwards, I do believe, because as we pan round, it will then say welcome to us. You can see it's actually a really long drive to get to the main car park, because it used to be a zoo at Legoland Windsor. So I don't know if this was the original car park. I would imagine it would have been. I find it quite difficult to find like original history videos on this park, but if you know more history about it, please let us know and just let me know what videos and things to watch, because I always like to learn more and more about it. But as we start coming up, go in a straight line, that's where the buses will go, and that's your VIP parking. And then now we're going to come all the way down. So if you actually caught the park to park video, yes, this is the exact same stretch of road, and they open up the road going both lanes the other way. So this is the bit that we actually drove out of, and because it was peak time when we came out, it was bumper to bumper all the way down to the bottom. But I think I have managed to gap fill absolutely nothing for the last 18 and a bit minutes, so I think I've blagged my way through this video. Like I said, it was originally just going to be a drive through for you guys to watch and see how long it took just for the last little bit, and just a lucky dip of what way we actually went. But a voiceover was requested to go over with the video, but now I can sit down and I can go quiet, because I'm about to pull up, turn the camera off, and then head into the park. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You guys take care, and I'm to catch you in the next one. Ta-da.